right, welcome race fans here to the Earl here, sponsored by Voice Attack, voiceattack.com. Got Brian Johnson here, Sodacan Brian Johnson on the side here. Zach Hall will be joining me here later. How you doing here tonight, Brian Johnson?
We're doing pretty good. Gonna be crowned a champion tonight. This track is looking pretty good. It's real loose on exit, and cars are real racy, so pretty excited about this race.
All right. Well, we're going to do a pre-race show here real quick. We're going to see about pulling down the top 3 contenders and see what their race is going to be here tonight. So let's give that 1 second here. Nick Hurd, Bobby Hamilton, and Justin, you guys available?
Yep, I'm here.
I'm here also. Let me pit.
All right. Well, it sounds like we have Nick Hurd that stepped away there, I guess, a little bit, huh? That's all right.
I'm here.
That's oh, you're here. Okay, there he is. All right. Well, sorry to pull these guys down with 10 minutes left to go in qualifying, but qualifying and practice. But well, tonight is the night, guys. We're here at Homestead. We're going to be crowning a champion of one of you 3. So with that being said, how's the car out there for you guys? And you guys can each answer each question how you want to, and we'll ask a couple questions and we'll go from there.
Well, I mean, to be honest, you know, I ran a few practices this week and thought I was pretty decent, you know, but we did change the weather a little bit today, and it's kind of thrown a wrench into at least the speed chart a little bit. It's helped others. I think it's hurt a few other guys. I think it's going to be an interesting race. I think we got a lot of guys, you know, that's going to be, you know, so it's just going to depend on how the race.
All right. Sounds like your mic's cutting out there a little bit there, Nick, or that, or your button's sticky. But with that being said, how's your race? How's your car tonight there, Justin, for you?
I've been working on it all week. The weather changed out mine a little bit. It was very unstable early in the week, and it's a little better. It gets a little unstable after about 9 to 10 laps when those tires drop off, so I'm just working on that now. I'm feeling pretty good going in the race. I'm looking great on the speed chart. Sitting 4th on the standings. I'm really excited about this race. This is a huge race for me.
All right. Well, they're in practice speeds right now. You got Bobby Hamilton Jr. right there in 3rd. So, how's the car feel for you tonight, there, Bobby? He's out running laps probably.
Well, I definitely tell you that me and Bobby and Nick, we're all going to be really close throughout the race. All of our speeds are right next to each other. I mean, we got a .08 from Bobby, a .19 from me, and a .22 from Nick. I mean, that is incredibly close for 3 championship contenders.
Correct. Yeah, I was just asking ask the other 2 guys there, Bobby. How's the car out there feel for you tonight?
It's definitely going to be one of those races who can adjust as we go. That's what it's going to come down to, because we're all right there in the same area. There's a couple guys, you know, like for instance, from what I see, the 2 guys that I'm racing, they're a little quicker than me on the get-go, but after about 4 or 5 laps, we all kind of level out. So, you know, and it's going to be who make. If you can walk away here making no mistakes, no fender damage, staying out of trouble, you've got a shot. And that's what it's going to come down to. And the pit stops, who can stand to be the freest all day long, that's what it's going to come down to. You got to come in smooth, clean pit stop, just get out. What you have to do is separate yourself from the field. I know I'm not here to win the race. I'm here to beat 3 guys. And that's the way I got to look at it.
Yep, and that's a good attitude there to have. Yeah. So with that being said, me personally, I would like to congratulate all three of you guys for making it this far. And I wish you guys nothing but the best out there. And hopefully you have a clean race. And, you know, it comes down to the end and battle for that position, because that's what it all boils down to. Is there anything you want to add there, Soda Ken Johnson?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask these guys how they think this this race is gonna pan out. Do they see the do you guys see the track changing a whole lot? And what do you think about like the runs? Do you expect a lot of short runs or a lot of long runs?
I think you'll see a lot of. I think at the beginning everybody's going to be kind of cautious, and I think it's going to take. Honestly, I think it'd take I think it'd get a couple out of the way as far as quick cautions, but after that, I think everybody will settle in. It's going to be long run stuff. But also too, it's going to come down. Tires are so important, so you have to keep tires on the car, because if you don't, you're a sitting duck. So I think that's going to put some of the fast guys back in the middle of everything, and it's going to be. I think if you have a 20 or so lap car that you can run pretty good, you got a good shot. If you got anything above that, I think it's a waste. So, you know, I myself, I would prefer to have about a 15 to 20 lap car and live with it from there, and I think that's what's going to wind up happening. The guy, I think, it got the short speed it can last.
I'd like to throw out a prediction here is I think we're going to have a green flag pit stop, and I think somebody's going to spin going in or out. It is very, very slick going around through the grass. How entries and exits. I mean, I just have to be so cautious on the throttle, or my car just turns left.
Yeah, those entry and exit roads, they're pretty slick at this track.
Yes, they are. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, as far as this race panning out, it looks like we're going to have a pretty large field here tonight too. So, you know, there's a couple of guys that, you know, it seems like every week we have some first-time guys, so which is awesome. You know, tonight I think we have a few more that this will be their first race, even though it's the last race of our season. So I think it's going to be a mixture of just trying to run around guys, some guys that we haven't even run around yet, and kind of trying to put it out there. Hopefully the three guys going for it tonight will get the you know, the respect from the others, you know, to realize that there's three guys going for a championship, you know, and hopefully some of the guys won't be too hard on us, but you know, it's a race, so we've got to race each other, you know, as clean and as fair as possible. So I just think this race, it's all going to depend. I mean, there's so many factors that go into it, timing of cautions and stuff like that, tire runs, who's going to be better on a long run. So there's going to be a lot to look at and see. I don't think we're going to see the Monster Cup race here tonight. I think you're going to see a few more cautions and stuff like that. So we'll see, and you know, hopefully, I mean, hopefully for my sake I could come out on top. But I'm not going to lie, I got some doubts right now.
Well, let's not have no doubts. But all right, well,
Yeah.
we're down to about 2 minutes to go. So like I said, well, congratulations to you, all three of you guys, to getting this far. And hopefully we'll crown one of you guys here tonight in the Voice Attack 200, sponsored by the Voice Attack. Anybody can check them out at voiceattack.com. So, well, with that being said, gentlemen, we will talk to you after the race. So good luck out there, gentlemen.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
All right. Yeah, man. I hope you guys enjoy the race up there.
Yeah, good luck, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back here. Hi, everyone. Zach Hall.
All right, Zach Hall. All right. Well,
I didn't want to interrupt there. My bad.
With that being said, Zach, we'll do the track facts, but I don't have the screen to do the track facts because I got busy with my wife today and forgot to do the image. But I'll let you do the track facts. But real quick, let's go to the national anthem as we got a minute here to go, and then we'll run through the track facts as they get ready to qualify here tonight for the Voice Attack 200 at the Earl. So we will be right back, gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you. God bless America there. All right, well, once we get Zach Call back here, we will.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to hand it over here to Zach Hall. We're going to have our segment here of corner of Zach Hall track facts. Wow, I just had a brain fart. What I called that last week. What did I call that last week?
Oh no, I have to go back and look at that one.
Yeah, I'm at the.
Tonight,
Go ahead. Yep.
Tonight we're at a really cool racetrack here. I really like this one, Homestead-Miami Speedway, for the finale here at the Earl. It's located in Homestead, Florida, so that's why it's a very tropical time for November still. It was built in 1993. It also, at the beginning, was the sister track to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which the reason why it was a flat racetrack. The corners were very flat, and it actually was a rectangular oval. It wasn't a regular shape oval like it is today. And in 2002, it became the host of NASCAR season finale. That's when it got on the NASCAR schedule. And then that next year, they would go on to reconfigure it with its variable banking being added and its traditional oval shape being changed to now 1.5 miles with 18 degrees to 20 degrees of banking. So it changes throughout from the bottom to the top. Pretty interesting thing that many tracks have copied since this track added it. And since 2014, this has decided the NASCAR championship with the playoffs. So this has been a very important track to people, and you only come here once a year, so you better get all you can.
All right. Great segment there. Thank you for that info about the track there, Zach Hall. The corner of Zach Hall track facts. I think that's how I said it. Eventually, I was sitting here my whole time going in my brain. But all right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to 7 minutes left here to go to qualifying. I'm going to hand it over to my co-announcers here, Sodercan Johnson and Zach Hall, and they will be calling the action here tonight. But until that happens there, Brian, what about these cars? What can you tell the race fans out there how these cars react here tonight?
Well, the thing about this track is you know, luckily this is an open setup race, so everybody has different feels in their car, but the kind of overall deal here is that to get the car fast and get it turning real good is to make it loose. And just watching these guys in practice, you know, they're pretty loose in and pretty loose off. So, you know, these cars are a bit on the free side. And it's like when we were talking to Bobby Hamilton Jr. earlier, he was saying that tires are going to be very important. I definitely agree. I think if we get any really long runs and start getting to the end of the fuel runs here with little fuel in the tank, that'll adjust the feel of the car a little bit, and you got some worn out tires on there, and you might see some guys struggle, maybe hit the wall a little bit or spin out. So there's really no telling what's gonna happen later in the run. And but other than that, it's pretty much just kind of normal. Usually when we come to Homestead, the line is up against the wall, but tonight, looking through practice, it seems like a lot of these guys are going to be running in that lesser banked area of the bottom of the turn. So it'll be interesting to see who's made their car very versatile, and who can run the bottom and the top side, because if you can do that, then you can pass some guys pretty easily. But I think it's going to be an action-packed race tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. One thing I'll add is you'll see, like Brian's saying too, multiple lines tonight. I think guys, especially 1 and 2, are going to be all over the place from the white line to the wall. 3 and 4, we may see people venture to the wall if that's the way they have the car set, like the open setup. That's a great thing to have, so you can build the car the way you want it. And I don't know if we'll see like Kyle Larson in it tonight, but we'll still see him venture. Definitely to see differing lines. And like Brian said, you got to have a car that works both on good, because if you can catch somebody in there in your line, then it's still hard to pass. So if you can catch them and go around them in a different line, then you're going to have many options tonight. And it looks like our championship guys right now are doing pretty good in qualifying, with Nick Hurd actually topping them with him being second right now, and then Bobby Hamilton Jr. very close behind in third, and then Justin Napier in sixth. With our live qualifying, we still have 5 minutes left almost, but that's as at the board right now. But on the pole right now, we have Charles Widner in the 95. So congrats to him on that lap right there. It's a pretty good lap, pretty good amount of time in between him and second, and see if anybody here in the last 5 minutes can take that lap down.
All right, yeah, not ignoring anybody out there. That's good viewing there, info there, gentlemen. I'm actually trying to get something set up here. So if you don't mind, you give me a second, but yeah, these guys are more than willing to talk, but I gotta fix something real quick.
All right, 10-4, 10-4.
So, I'm sorry I missed the beginning there, guys. I was had something really fast come up, and luckily got back in time here to get the beginning at least. But so how were these guys feeling, Brian? Did you hear anything that may have like struck your brain as wow, this guy's really in the zone, or maybe he's worried about something, or I don't know. Just interested about that.
Well, what kind of struck me is when we talked to Nick Hurd, he really wasn't feeling too confident about it, but then he comes out in qualifying and comes out above Bobby Hamilton Jr. in second place, so he definitely shouldn't be feeling like he's feeling right now, because he's, at least in qualifying, he's got it down, but yeah, Justin, he was, what I took from him is that he's pretty nervous on the entry and exit roads to pit lane. Those are pretty slick down there, so he's that's something he's gonna try not to mess up on tonight. And then Bobby Hamilton Jr., he just as usual, calm, cool, collected, and confident. So
Very nice.
it's yeah, these three guys, they're definitely, I feel like they're all in the zone. I think just from what Nick was saying, I think you know, a little bit nervous about tonight, but I think that qualifying effort there will give him a little boost headed into the beginning of this race, and definitely I think they're going to be running around each other all night, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be really cool to see, you know, with them being so close together, what kind of strategies they use to try to get around one another.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting here. I mean, like you said, it's, you know, every time I ever talk to Nick before a race, usually he's not very confident, but then he goes out there, surprises us, you know, always. I mean, that's why he's here in his final three. And, but, you know, Justin Napier, like we said, don't count him out here. He's their sixth. So he's right there, too. So all of our got three guys in the top six here. So got a long race here to come. And, I mean, anything can happen. This track's going to change, go through cycles, and, got a pretty good sized field here too, so we may see a few cautions. You never know. Could get a little exciting, especially with multiple lines being used. So definitely going to be an interesting race here. As qualifying's nearing the end, but it looks like Charles Widner's still sitting on the pole right now.
Yeah, he's the only driver to cusp. That's probably the wrong use of that word, but he's the only driver to break eclipse. There we go. The only driver to get under the 30-second range, running a 29.938, and then Nick in second, he ran a 30.11. So he's actually quite a bit faster than the rest of the field.
Yeah, almost 2/10. That's a good lap for sure. It looks like we may have seen one other 29 in practice. So
let's see, I think Jamie Christensen
qualify.
Yeah, Jamie Christensen ran a 29.962 in practice, and then Stephen Page ran a 29.931. So there are a couple guys were managing to break down in there. Jamie, he must have messed up in his qualifying lap or something. He ran about a tenth slower, but or it could be the because I think. The way the track works in practice, we have 15% rubber, and in qualifying we had 40% rubber. So
sure,
he might have a setup that's more built for a green track. So could have been struggling a little bit.
The rubber changes. We'll definitely see setups being needed changes. See what these guys will make adjustments throughout the day, or maybe stick with their guns. But looks like Charles Widner's going to take the pole with our championship 3 qualifying second, third, and sixth. So. That'll be interesting here.
Yeah, as the pace car comes out onto the track, and we're going to start gridding up here, getting ready for this season finale here at Homestead-Miami Speedway.
All right, sorry about that, gentlemen. All right, well, I'm gonna wish everybody luck. Well, how many laps are we looking here tonight? 134 laps here tonight. So it's what, 200 miles? Is it roughly 200 miles, 134 laps, something like that. So, but with that being said, they're gridding here, and we're gonna get ready to rock and roll, and we will run through the grid when if we're ready to go. But am I seeing Nick up there in the front?
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Yeah, he put down a blazing fast lap in qualifying and put himself up in second place after he was just telling us how he was kind of nervous about the night. So
yeah, sandbagger. All right, well, let's run through the grid real quick, and then we'll as these guys are getting ready to get these 8,000 RPA horsepower cars up to what, 8,000, 8,500 RPMs they're going to hit it roughly?
They're going to be hitting 92, 93, 9,400.
Wow, really? Okay. All right.
These guys are going to have to play with tape definitely all night because this gear here, they're running such high speeds and really carrying a lot of entry speed. Guys are going to definitely have to be careful on the tape tonight because they will overheat.
Okay, so what gear are they running? What's their final gear?
It's fourth gear, but it's just a mandated gear. They run it all mile and a half in NASCAR, and it just for this track you're running so much in the red line, especially in the afternoon.
10-4.
Cooler temps.
I wasn't sure if you knew it was like a 450, whatever.
Oh, it's a 389.
389. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's run through the grid here real quick, gentlemen, and we'll get ready to rock and roll.
all right, in first place on our poll, we got Charles Widner in the 95. The guy we were just talking about, Nick Hurd in 17 car, qualified second. Bobby Hamilton Jr., another championship contender, qualified third in 25 car. Jamie Christensen driving the number 88 is going to come up in fourth. JJ Garrett qualified fifth in that 35 machine. Justin Napier, our third qualifying contender, championship contender, the 56 car, qualified sixth. Chris Worrell in qualified seventh. Bob Skinner eighth. Kyle Frame ninth. Thomas McMullen rounds out our top 10. Tom P. Labar, 11th. Jason Spear, qualified 12th. Tom D'Angelo, 13th. Calvin Allison, 14th. Dennis Nickel, showing him 21, but we're going green. So that's an abbreviated grid, but here we go.
Wow, look at that restart. Base restart there by the 17. As he immediately shows them nerves or nothing. It's the 88.
Holy cow.
Jamie Christensen, man, he really was able to get the power down there, and he's walking away from this field right now. Man, that's interesting. Jamie with a great run in that 88 from first lap.
It looks like he's got that car, at least early in the run, set up really well to go on that high side up in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Got Justin Napier, he was looking on the outside of Bobby Hamilton. Bobby Hamilton skirts up in front of him. Now the 6 is going to look underneath Bobby Hamilton. He's under fire right now from those two guys behind him.
With Justin Napier there right behind him with the other championship guys. Hard on his tails, and we got battles all over this track, in the back, all over the place. It's really interesting here.
Yeah, meanwhile, we got Nick Hurd was able to hold on to that second place position, but 88 is just, he got that huge lead and he's not backing off at all.
Yeah, like you said, Brian, it'll be interesting tonight with comers and goers, I think, with these setups. To have a good car here at the beginning, it might take something different than you need for a good car at the end. So it'll be interesting to see if this 88 can keep this lead, as he's doing an amazing job out here. Really pacing this car right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting from run to run, you know, who, as far as, you know, good, if their car's good early in the run and late in the run, but also as the track changes when it gets the rubber down there is, whoa, they tried to go 3 wide going down into the turn.
Bobby
3.
Hamilton Jr., oh man, he made a great pass if he can make this stick here on the bottom. As Nick's going to power off on the outside here in the 17, but Bobby Hamilton Jr. still, yeah, it was a great look for him. He's really trying to show his muscle right there.
Yeah, it definitely flexed it right there, and you know, he mentioned to us when we talked to him before the race, you know, that he thinks that the guy who's going to win this championship out of the three of them is going to be the guy who can adjust their car throughout the race the best, which is kind of what we were talking about, you know, with the rubber and the, you know, trying to figure out, okay, is the next run going to be a short run or a long run, and changing your car to fit that profile. As he's still under fire from the 6. 6 is looking on the outside of him. And the inside of Nick at the same time, 3 wide, coming off of
Out for a second. Bobby Hamilton Jr. I think something better. Yes, he backed out a little bit as the 6 is on the apron a little bit, using his slide jobs up to the top. Does the 17 cut back through the middle? Oh, we're going.
Oh, 3 wide again.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Shuffling them around. Now Nick's in the middle.
Bobby Hamilton backs out again smartly. Bobby Hamilton Jr. is really looking at the big picture, I think.
Oh yeah,
did the job.
He told us, he said he ain't looking to win this race. He's just looking to
he's on a run here on Nick.
Finish ahead of these 2 guys, as he's doing a pretty good job of right now. Yeah,
what a good job there by Bobby to get by his competitor, and that's the championship lead right there right now. It's early in this race, but you definitely position yourself to show, man, I'm the guy you got to beat. So
yeah, you never know which pass you make is gonna win you the championship.
Definitely.
That could have been it right there, but we don't.
Back here about 9th place. I think we have Calvin Allison here in the 28. He started 14th. I've watched him run the high line all the way up to here, and he's making a lot of time up there on that high line, in that yellow car up there.
Oh yeah, he's in the number 28 car. He's got to be going fast.
Yeah, 28's a good number, that's for sure. It shows speed. But you see, we have cars all over this racetrack right now. It's just,
yeah, high, low, and they're. I'm kind of surprised at as to how close they are still. I kind of thought they were going to fan out a little bit.
Space out a little bit with this open setup, but it just shows you how hard these guys have worked.
Yes, we got Bob Skinner coming around at 56.
Yeah, Bob Skinner.
42's going to be looking.
So he's going to take that, and the 1 looks like he might move up there to take it too. As the 88, it looks like the 6 and Bobby are keeping up with the 88 now on lap time. So is the 88 out here burned his stuff up? We'll see here. Did y'all get word on the stage?
We did not, actually.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. I know they can only go about 20-something laps on fuel. So
we had a car. I think he's hit the wall and immediately going down pit road. JJ Garrett in the 35.
Yeah, JJ Garrett decided to go ahead and pull it down after 10 laps. He said he may be able to make it to the end of the stage at the certain maybe. He said, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it down, get clean racetrack without get out of this traffic. As Bobby Hamilton and Nick Hurd here battling, and with the 42 there, Brandon Puffberger, and the 56, Justin Napier. So back here battling for 7th place is Bob here on the inside. He started 8th, and he's looking to take 7th maybe here, but it looks like Nick's going to do a good job on the high side. The 42 there, Brandon Puffenberger, still there on the outside too. He looks like he's trying to slowly work his way into this mix as the 56 takes a look. This is the great thing about Homestead-Miami. When you have an open setup, these guys are moving all over the place. Be another really race.
Yeah, there's it's not like some other tracks. Oh, as the 42 and the 17 get a little bit of that, I guess we'll call it the Homestead stripe.
We had something interesting happen, something happened to the 6 here up in 2nd. With him in the 39, I don't know, I'm not sure what happened there, but the 6 just went from 2nd place to 4th, and the 39 him may have had a little bit of contact. It was very close. 39 he's looking on Bobby Hamilton Jr. He started 9th, and he's showing some muscle to work through this field.
Answer your guys' question. Segment's going to be lap 40 and lap 80.
Okay, all right.
10 forward. Thank you very much, Robert. Well, I know JJ Garrett will not be making that on what he just pitted right there, so he will have to stop again. This goes very unfortunately for him.
Yeah, what's the fuel window look like? As we're running 50% fuel.
I would say anywhere from 20 laps to 23, maybe. You're not gonna see guys go much longer than 23. I feel like. Is Bobby Hamilton Jr. He's running about similar times as our leader, but Kyle Frame, the 39, putting pressure on him for second.
Yeah, he's definitely, I don't know, maybe if he saved a little bit of tire at the beginning and now he's starting to push his way forward, or maybe he's got his car set up to be really good in the mid to long run. But yeah, he's definitely filling up Bobby Hamilton Jr.'s mirror with that unsponsored hood there.
Yeah, and that pace, they're catching our leaders right now. And I think Calvin Allison here is moving up pretty quick too. He's up 5th. So he's looking to take May 4th. So Calvin's really making a move here, filling that 28 car.
Yeah, I'm interested to see when or if his car is ever going to fall off, because he's I mean, he's just blazing fast right now compared to everybody else. This last lap was 32.045. Kyle's was 32.036. Hamilton
Very close.
a little slower, and then you got our leader. His last lap was a 32.259. So he's got a fantastic short run car, but about 15 laps into it, it just starts falling off as they've caught up to him now.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like back here for about 10 Bob Skinner got the ball and 7. But man, back up to our lead. Sorry about that. We got Bobby Hamilton really putting the pressure on this 88 now. This 88's definitely started to slow down. Like we said with his open setups, but nearing our pit window. Will Bobby Hamilton push the issue to get ahead and get that track position? As even the 28, he's up to 4th now too. He's been our big mover with that 39, also moving from 9th. Pretty interesting to see here what these who pits first. I am really interested in that. He's gaining a lot of track position, definitely.
Yeah, I think if I was Bobby Hamilton Jr., as he's going to be defending that 2nd place position from the 39. If I were him and I could, I'd try to get that lead and try to expand on that lead, and then I'd short pit him and then come out and be a little bit quicker and just cement that lead going into the 2nd stage. But wow, what a nice defense against the 39 there. A good run on the outside off of 4.
Definitely. While these guys are battling here, I mean, we're 19 laps into this, or 18 laps into the Voice Attack 200 here at the Earl. Brought to you by Voice Attack. You can find Voice Attack at voiceattack.com for great things, all eyes racing needs right there. You can, it's a very cool product, and definitely should check that out. They sponsored a nice race, and they can see this is an amazing race. These guys are definitely don't want to take their eyes off the wheel. I'm sure Voice Attack would come in handy right now.
Yeah, they definitely, because you know, these cars may be a bit loose off. You don't want to have to push any buttons to try to get your next pit lined up, so that, you know, with Voice Attack you can just set it up and then call it out, and the program pushes all those buttons for you.
Definitely. Oh, the 88 is in the wall too deep. He holds on to it. Good job holding on to that car.
So they're going to go 3 wide for the
3 wide for the lead. What a race. Bobby Hamilton Jr. looks to cut off. Oh yeah, he stuck that nose there. And Bobby Hamilton Jr. takes the lead of this race, but it ain't over yet, boys. This car is all over here.
Yep, and as these guys...
is going to look to take 2nd from Jamie.
Wow.
Jamie's struggling off the corners. Calvin Allison, the 28, even moves in the 3rd. And Charles Widner in the 95 is going to look to take that position. Man, these guys are really attacking right now.
Yeah, I did not think there would be cars this close, as we got a yellow.
Ooh, we got a yellow, and Calvin Allison, the 28, got in the wall too there.
He really got a little squirrely. Let's see if we can figure out where...
It looks like it is only either the 97, and it looks like the 17 got into the wall, but we'll go back here to the FreekyFast broadcast replay here, if I can find 97. Tanner. Alright, we'll see. Let's go back and see. Oh, 17 got into the wall and got into the side of the 97, and that's what brought out the yellow. So Nick Hurd smacked the wall hard, and the 97 was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
One championship contenders, already adversity tonight, but they'll just see how you can go through it, because they're going to face some Yeah, unfortunate for Nick there. He was falling back a little bit from starting second. He slipped back there a little bit, but long race left. I'm sure I mean, they still got 2 more stages to complete, and he's got plenty of time to get in this thing. So
Yeah, and
just head back on himself there and concentrate. But Bobby Hunter Jr. there showed his strength. He's showing, hey, I'm not just here to win a championship. I'm here to win a race.
I'm actually happy right now. If you look at the car Bobby Hamilton's driving, it's a Tide Pod.
yeah,
The Tide Pods, yep.
don't need them.
I love my Tide. Oh, jeez.
Oh, did the race pit off? Race off.
I think Bobby Hamilton Jr. may have got it.
Yeah, and then Calvin Allison, or 39, then Calvin Allison.
That was close.
Yeah. That was what a race off pit road there, but yeah, Bobby Hamilton Jr. there. This should get them to the end of the stage too, right here. So these guys will be looking to continue on.
Yeah, if we got, let's see, we're gonna have 18 laps to go right now, and yeah, we were well past lap 18 when that caution came out, so this should get all of our guys through the first stage.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because Calvin there started 14th up to 3rd. Really making big moves through this race, and he did get into the wall there. I saw on the right before the caution count, so he was a little bit loose, but he definitely had that thing up against the wall flying.
Their biggest, we kind of got 3 big movers here. We got Calvin Allison went from 14th to 3rd. You got Tanner Coster went from 16th to 5th, and then you got Stephen Page that started 17th and he's in 7th now. And then Steve Murdoch, he gridded 20th and he's in 10th. So a lot of these guys, guess during the week they kind of focused on their race trim and not so much the qualifying trim, and it's paid off for them.
Yeah, well, if these gentlemen look really quickly now, am I seeing this or not? Because I'm seeing damage on the back of Bobby Hamilton Jr.'s car.
Yeah, he got
rear-ended.
Wow.
Yeah, he got rear-ended by
Looks like
somebody under caution.
Hmm.
It's always unfortunate, but
All right.
what do you think that's going to do to the car, Zach? You think
it looked
that
like
rear end damage going to do?
Might have just. Oh yeah, 39 just got that rear, but really, I gotta look at the 39's probably got more of an issue than Bobby with the front end, but that rear end's not going to help Bobby. It's definitely going to slow him down just a little bit, maybe a little bit of straight line speed, possibly. I don't think it's going to have too big of an effect. I don't feel like the front of the car, the back of the car, does affect these cars as much on the sim as the fronts do, but that 39's got some splitter damage definitely there with the front end there. He's definitely looking at some heavy damage, but Bobby Hamilton Jr., I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be able to, I don't know if he'll be able to hold on to the lead here with that damage, but he'll definitely be able to keep it going until he can use one of the fast fixes later in this race, maybe for the very end of the final stage. But it'll be interesting. You never know. It might not even affect it. It might make it go faster.
Yeah, I've noticed in iRacing, he may not even have to use a fast repair to maintain his speed, because rear end damage, as long as you get that fixed, you get your pit crew to beat up on it a little bit. That usually does the trick. Whereas with front end damage, even if you take all the repairs that iRacing gives you on pit road, it's still not going to be quite right. But we're about to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
As pace car goes down into pit road, leaving that little skid mark.
Green flag, green flag.
And green flag is out.
It's out. 39. These guys, I noticed, have a lot of wheel speed, especially even on new tires. So we could see someone trying to restart on old tires, or maybe 2, could have a huge issue tonight. But Bobby Hamilton Jr. there on the bottom, he's looking to clear the 39. He will. But the 39 is going to have a little bit of a run here off the top, but nothing crazy. But good job by Bobby Hamilton Jr. there to keep the lead.
Yeah, the 39 had a bit more of a run than Bobby Hamilton Jr., but the 95 had an even better run, and he looked to the inside, and now he's completed that pass for second place, and he's going to be looking to take that lead away from Bobby Hamilton Jr.
He was our pole sitter, so he showed a lot of speed, that's for sure, and I think he kind of got surprised by that 88 on that first restart, how fast he took off, but as we have the 88 back here, bottom of Bob Skinner there, he's looking to come back up through here, and maybe he'll save the tires a little bit more here, as he's not having to lead the run as hard. And but that's a good battle back there for sure. Bob Skinner's going to clear him, as the 95 is definitely starting to put the pressure here on Bobby Hamilton Jr. I don't know if that damage is affecting that straight line speed or not, but it seems to be doing all right now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be affecting his car a whole lot. I think maybe as the run goes on, whatever that damage is doing to the car is going to be amplified.
We got a car spinning in the back stretch. Sorry, you're up there using the inside wall. No caution is going to come out. Looks like it's someone hard into the inside wall back there.
That would be Nick Hurd.
Oh no, Chase Contender.
Oh no, Nick Hurd in the 17 hard hit. He's going to have to bring down Pit Road. It looks like how bad it hit hard on the left front there. So it's unfortunate for Nick, but plenty of race left. Just don't compound them mistakes and don't speed on pit road here. Get it fixed, and you got cautions coming. You know they're coming. Just keep your head in the game. That's really the biggest thing. You never know. You can always come back from these things. We see crazy things.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he'll probably go down a lap here, but just take that fast fix and then wait for that stage caution to come out, and then he'll get his lucky dog or wave around or whatever, and he'll be okay.
With 11 to go here, it looks like the 95, the 39's having a bit. I think the 39 might have overheating issues.
Yep, that's what I was about to say.
With already pushing the tape to max here, not max, but as much as you can, you'll have issues real quick with how hard these cars are turning down these straights. But 95 got a little loose tire. Bobby Hamilton drifted into the corner. Well, Bobby Hamilton is really driving this thing. He wants this with 10 to go. He wants to stage win. He's saying, I don't care about the damage back there. I'm going to drive this Tide Pod machine as fast as I can to that championship. Looks like his next best contender there, the 56, is, what is he, Brian? He's back here 9th, yeah. So he's looking good, though. He's clean. He's not falling back too far. He's keeping his nose clean.
Yeah, he'll be looking to make some sort of adjustment here on this next pit stop, I think. But I was going to say something, but I forgot. Well, 95 putting pressure again on the 25 as they enter turn 3. And man, all these cars, I think they've kind of settled down. You know, earlier in the race, at the beginning of the race, they were kind of really racy, and now it seems like everybody's kind of calmed down. They know that the stage, is about to end here, so it's pretty cool just to see all these cars, right in a line, kind of evenly spaced out. If you're OCD, you'll love this.
No, I don't.
Looks JJ Garrett back there is going to make a move on the 88, but he's going to go on the apron. But man, what an amazing racetrack here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. That's all I got to say. This track it's an awesome track to watch racing, and what a race we're having right now is, we're coming with 7 to go on the stage. Bobby Hamilton Jr., our championship contender here, leading the race with a pack of 100 wheels behind him, trying to really reel him in. But so that 95 is starting to lose a little bit of speed to Bobby, not too much. He's still there, but that other yellow 28, he's starting to creep into the picture on that high line. He's really had that thing working. As you can see, he gets big runs down these straightaways here in that 28, and I think he's gonna be the guy Bobby Hamilton Jr. might have to worry about here at the end of this stage. We ain't got much time left, but he's really starting to put time on up there against that wall.
Yeah, I mean, not only the end of this stage, but maybe the end of the race. I mean, the guy's car just does not fall off like everybody else's does. It maintains just that little extra 2 to 3% of speed. And
definitely.
But when you got a yellow 28 car, you can't really expect anything less than that.
Oh, here we go.
My Tide Pod 25 is doing pretty good right now.
Just down here on pit road, I just found out from Nick Hurd he has 5 minutes of damage and he's on the clock, so we'll see if he can get it fixed.
Yeah, it's one of those deals where you only got one fast repair, so you gotta pick and choose when you use it. But I think with green flag conditions like this, I think you gotta go ahead and take it. But hopefully he'll be able to bounce back from this.
Maybe 7 laps down now. Yeah, we'll go 7 down here. Fortunate for Nick, but never know. Never give up. I know Nick, he'll get out there and run the laps, and he'll try to complete this race as much as he can. And, he'll definitely put effort forth. The 95, he's still there. He keeps flirting with Bobby Hamilton's rear end, but Bobby Hamilton just does enough on the exit just to keep that 25 out in that front. I've noticed Bobby's really good on entry to middle. This car really is selling through there, but say the 95 maybe getting a little bit better exits here. The 95 is gonna do the one outside, but Bobby Hamilton Jr. closes that door in that 25. The 95 is gonna blow up, but he decided better of that one. He backed up the entry, so we'll have to get a good run here, but got a battle here for 5th now too with the 6 car. Chris Worrell looks like he's gonna make it pass on JJ Garrett.
Yep, clear the car and shut that door and keep on trucking. But I have to wonder, this 95, you know, he comes up to the bumper of Bobby Hamilton Jr., but as soon as he gets up to it on entry, he has to back way off. I wonder if either he really does not want to run into Bobby Hamilton Jr., or if that dirty air right there being right up under the tail of 25 is making him real tight or loose, or just making the car squirrely.
Here we go, it's white flag for the stage, 95 and 28, they go to the top. I think Brian really what we're seeing is that 95 trying to get that good exit. He's slowing that center and entry up and trying to be up here more speed where he can attack this 25, but I think Bobby Hamilton Jr. is going to be able to hold on here. Let's see, he gets a bad exit here. It looks like he's going to be able to carry speed as everybody's venturing up towards that higher line. Really surprising me right now, but Bobby Hamilton Jr. looks like caution should come out right.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yep, there it is. Bobby Hamilton Jr. there, your stage 1 winner here, the Voice Attack 200. Brought to you by Voice Attack here as the championship finale at the Earl. So, Bobby Hamilton Jr., championship contender out here flexing his muscles, winning stage 1.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna, you know, give that little bit of confidence to him. When at the beginning of the race, you never know. You know, you can practice and qualify well, but at the beginning of the race, you never really know for 100% how your car is going to react to track and what other people have done. You know, maybe, you know, we've used the term sandbag a lot, and you know, a couple guys may have sandbagged in practice and qualifying, and then they're really good for the race. And so winning the stage, it's really good for him confidence-wise, and for the 56 and the 17, it shows them, hey, you know, I got to push just a little bit harder if I want to win this championship.
Yeah, I think the 56 done a good job. He's stayed consistent all night. He started 6th, he's in 8th in the end of that stage. He's not done anything wrong yet. That's why I think Justin's done a good job of not placing a foot wrong. Don't beat yourself. That's probably one of the biggest things here in these championship races, and anything can happen. So it's very easily losable here at Homestead. Things can happen fast, but the 17 occurred. Unfortunately, he's 12 laps down right now, but he's gonna have a tough time coming back from that. But fortunate race for him there in this championship race. But I know Nick will definitely go on to the next race and, you know, forget about this one real quick, because that's how you got to be as a race driver.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, he's gonna need at least, let's see, you got one stage where you can stay out, get a wave around, so that's one more stage caution. He's gonna need 11 more cautions without having to drive around the leader. So it's gonna be a very specific set of circumstances for him to get back on the lead lap. But like you keep saying, you never know. As it's like the 28 car won the race off of pit road.
Yeah, Calvin got a great pit stop there. The 28.
But he may have sped.
Oh, he may have sped. Yeah. Well, he's speeding back up now. Not sure. And
it might have been close, and 95 beat him, and just with that exit road, don't want to be too wide.
Yeah,
Still.
I'm not sure, Brian. I think maybe the 95 beat him out.
Well, he's carrying tonight's sponsor here, the Voice Attack 200 car, so it's a nice little paint scheme he's got going on there in the 88.
Okay, yeah, I mean, he definitely, Jamie was out there leading there. He's back to 8th right now, but we've seen how fast that 88 can take off out there, so can't count Jamie out. Make a few adjustments maybe and keep that speed in the car as the run goes.
All right, well, with that said, gentlemen, we are going to quick run to a commercial, so like I tell everybody out there, so we can wet our whistles. But we'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for letting us get a drink here. And we see the pace car lights are out here, gentlemen, so we're going to get ready to go back green.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely about to go back green here. It's the 95 of Charles Widner leads our field with the 28 of Calvin Allison being the leader.
Alright, as pace car ducks in, we're getting ready to go green. Green's out, green's out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Off they go down into turn 1. 3 wide, what, 4 wide?
Just 3 wide, but I think the 28 was in the wrong gear or got caught by surprise or something.
Oh, the 28's right.
Yellow flag is out.
What a save by Calvin. We have a wreck behind that. What a save by Calvin, though, man.
Yeah, that was one heck of a save right there.
Looks like that was on the
Charlton Sanders.
And the 39. We'll go back to the FreekyFast instant replay here, and
48.
Charlton just got loose going in, real loose.
He already had the rear end.
It may have been why he was real loose.
Nowhere to go. Yeah, possibly, right.
Yeah, 39 just bad deal for him as he was up near the front, and again he must have took that damage on that at the end of the stage there, so that's why he got caught back there, and now he's got more front end damage to deal with.
that's on circumstances there for the 39 and the 48.
Yeah, just as he got back on the lead lap.
Looks like from what I'm seeing there with the 25 car, Bobby Hamilton, and that damage in the back is not hindering him too bad.
No, we have. Looks like we got Calvin Allison and Bob Skinner, and also the 97, I believe, of Tanner Coster.
Yes, I think the 28 on that last pit stop, he must have made a ill-advised adjustment or something, because his car was on rails before, and then right there, first corner, just kind of all over the place. So maybe he'll get it back together.
Next
and
stage is 80, right?
yes, 40 and 80. So
we're gonna have 30 laps.
Yep.
They can't make that, but I wonder if these guys are gonna run a little bit farther, maybe try to catch a caution or something. I have no clue. It's definitely interesting. They'll be able to go a few more laps. I mean, the other guys just pitted, so I mean, it'll only be about 1 to maybe 2 or 3 laps, but that's still something to play with.
How many laps can they go on a 50% fuel here at Homestead?
I think anywhere from 20 to 23.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna bring up the weather info for the people out there. As we can see, it's partly cloudy. Their temperature is 79 degrees. Track temperature is 87. The 7-mile-per-hour winds to the northwest. So that's your weather here tonight at the track. And to bring up our little track facts here, of course, it's at Homestead, USA. And right now, that's track temperature. Okay, it's 1.5-mile track. And bring up the caution info. The caution is 3 cautions, 10 laps, 86 laps to go, 2 lead changes, and their averaging lap time around this track right now is a 31.89.
That lead change number can't be right.
What did it say was?
2.
Saying it was 2. It's got to be at least 4.
Yeah. There's been a few, yeah.
Well, is that going across the start-finish line or per lap? Because it only counts it as they cross the line, not what they do on that lap.
Well, the 95 is led, the 25 is led, and then 88.
And the 88, so it's at least 3.
All right.
That
I'll fire my technical people I have here.
Yeah, whatever program you're using there, it's not quite accurate, but you know what program is accurate is voice attack.
Very true, Brian.
Yeah.
You need to change 2 tires, you can have a command set.
I need 2 tires.
Okay.
Boom, done.
So if I say to voice attack, I need right lead change. Will that work?
Unfortunately, I can't do that.
No, don't do that. That's all right. I know Voice Attack is one of them awesome programs used for iRacing to do everything hands-free as you're out there racing. So, I mean, yeah, make sure you check them out there at voiceattack.com.
And not even just for iRacing, it's for anything, really. I'm not entirely sure what all you can do with it, but I know it's not just for iRacing, so if there's anything else you do, and you may want to look into it.
That's very correct there, Soda Kent Johnson. But, alright, well, pace car lights are off, and we're going to get ready to boogity, 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 because I like saying a boogity. Let's all sing. Anybody want to sing?
Oh no. But I had a beagle, and his name was Boogity.
All right. Green flag. Green's out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Off they go. And whoa!
Wheels spin everywhere.
Wow.
It may have some. I don't know if you sometimes can unfortunately get black flag for people. Oh, and the 95 loses.
The 95.
Does he hold on to it?
Hold it.
Saved it. Wow, what a job of him.
Wow, who almost ran into the back of him?
That was the 5, but Mark did a true axle, did an amazing job not running the back of Charles Widner there.
Yeah, he's going to go back to the race shop and thank his brake guys, because those brakes, they came in handy right there.
And as we look back up front, Bobby Hunter Jr. moves back out in the lead with them guys making that mistake. Bobby Hunter Jr. cleans it up.
Yeah, but you see who's now up in the 3rd place now, his championship competitor there,
and
Justin.
Looking crazy here on Bobby.
Yeah, 6 is looking to take that lead.
The 56 is looking pretty nice. Woo, that was very close to the quarter panel, and that 6 is all over Bobby Hilton Jr. Wow, this is going to be some great racing here as the 56 is even starting to move his way forward. Maybe he's made some right adjustments. You can work on your car as this race goes on. As I've said, that 56 is looking like he might move forward. As the 6 is going to look inside.
He's going to look inside. I think Bobby Hamilton Jr. might have a bit of a edge on the exit here. Actually, the 6, that's pretty fast there on the inside.
Yeah, the 6 did a great job of holding his own. They drive in, Bobby Hampton pulls a little forward at him, and then the 6 through the center and gets the run. As they're going to close,
oh man!
And they door each other. The 6 is going to get a little.
Yeah, the 56 behind them got a little squirrely there. As
JJ Garrett, the 35, that pink, bright pink machine there, losing the second. He's gonna set his sights down. Bobby Hampton Jr. Bobby Hampton Jr. is a little loose. He didn't look. He took too much damage from that hit in the door.
Yeah, no, I think they barely touched that. I don't think that, you know, just trading donuts, you know. They can't go to Krispy Kreme right now, so you got to get donuts any way they can.
Definitely is. While JJ Garrett here moving right up to the back bumper of Bobby Hamilton Jr. That 35. What happened? Something happened to JJ earlier. I'm not sure what happened. I completely forgot, but I know he had some issue. But he's back right here in this battle. So 35 is doing a great job. He must have a really good car right now at this moment with this rubber, and he's getting a good run off that top side here. It's going to challenge Bobby Hamilton down the back straightaway side by side as they go into 3. JJ Garrett in that 35 takes that middle lane. Bobby Hamilton to the wall. This is some great racing here. As the 35 looks to clear, and he does. JJ Garrett moves ahead in that 35 there. What a pass.
Yeah, I think up on the top in 3 and 4, I don't think there's quite enough grip up there to make it happen yet. But as the track rubbers up, it may end up having more grip than the bottom. Maybe, but usually 1 and 2 is kind of the turns that you can go top to bottom, and the 3 and 4 guys like to stick it on the bottom.
Yeah, it's 35. He's running this high line and really doing a good job. What do you think these guys are going to pick, Brian? When would you pick personally?
I think in this situation, I would just go as far as I could. I think with as little laps as it is, I think we went the green with about 30 to go. So I don't think cutting it in half is quite the way to go. I think just go all the way and just kind of keep it smooth, keep it simple. As the 28 car is already back up to 7th place.
Yeah, that 28.
Oh, we have the 48 into the wall.
Oh.
I was back here watching 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th.
83 out too.
Oh man, unfortunately.
I think Charlton was on new tires there and just got loose on entry, and he's holding it. Just a little loose through the center and exit, and he lost it, turned into the wall, and 83 had nowhere to go.
And there's a driver out here we have not talked about much here tonight, and we're gonna throw a shout out to him. Is Brandon? He seems like he's struggling here a little bit.
Yeah, here him and Bob Skinner battling back here. Brandon's definitely a contender here for wins. We've seen that before, but probably just slowly working his way up and trying to get the feel for it, you know.
So we have Nick Hurd joining us. Hello.
Hey fellas, how's it going?
It's going well, enjoying this race.
Yeah, what a race out here.
Yeah, this is actually pretty fun to watch. I wish I wasn't, but here I am.
Yeah, we saw unfortunately what happened to you there, man. That's unfortunate, but you definitely put up a fight all season and tonight too. But glad to have you up here with us though, at least to talk with us. So it's definitely a good old race going on right here with everybody all around the track.
Yeah, I'm watching it here, and I'm kind of looking to see who's running that high line, because I feel like that's going to be a factor here before too long. It's crazy. I mean, my car, I was super tight, and tight in the entry, tight in the center, and then once I caught it, I'd be too loose off, and I was just fighting it, and I got stuck back in traffic. I was moving back up, even though I was a few laps down, and I was trying to get back up through there and do what I could, and man, I lost it. So just all I could do is hold on to it. But
yellow.
Because we got
we have a caution.
caution.
Yeah. I know the 28 was just in pit road. I noticed 28 Calvin Allison. He was at first.
Yeah.
Looks like it might be on the
It's the
3. Tom, we'll go back here.
It's Tommy D'Angelo.
Yes, he is smoking. So we'll go back here to the FreekyFast instant replay, and let's see what happened to Tom. Good. We can see coming through turn 3 and 4 here. Yes, 3 and 4. Looking okay. Oh, car got a little loose coming out of 4.
Yeah,
down
looks like
whoa.
Smacked the outside wall and then smacked the inside wall.
Unfortunately, I think he blew a tire. Because that thing just snapped. I wonder if he just blew a tire. I wonder if they're having tire issues out there tonight.
Yeah, it looks like it just got away from there, and unfortunately for Tom, he took that hard hit, and it's going to really hurt his car. But I'll tell you what, the 5, Mark Drexel, he did a really good job of not getting into that too. He did a good job of avoiding that. So, good job to the 5 out there, and it's like most of our guys are coming down pit road. I think Calvin Allison there to 28 might have got caught a lap down.
Look,
but he's gonna go ahead right here at the wave around. But
yeah, he got caught a lap down. Let's see. Yep. So he'll be. It's a very timely caution for him. Unfortunately, he'll get kind of stuck in the back of the pack, but he'll have just as fresh tires as anybody else. So. And we've seen him come up through the pack before, so I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, for sure. Got a battle off pit road here. It's like Bobby Hamilton Jr. is gonna win it in that 25. They had that 35 of JJ Garrett and the 88 of JB Christensen in that Pussy Tech machine.
Of course, he's driving a Tide card. You know I like my Tide. M&M's and Tide. I know that's not
you wash your M&Ms before you eat them?
That's right.
And our buddy in the 99 car, Tom Labar, he had some technical difficulties getting in the lobby, and he joined 12 laps down, so he's currently going to be getting waiver. You'll be seeing that.
Okay, yeah, I noticed that. I was unsure, but yeah, that's an unfortunate break.
All right, well, there's some info from the race director.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to at least give him a shot here, so yeah, he'll be eventually get on the lead lap, and what he does once he gets there, who knows.
He's gonna win it.
Very true. Yeah, it's a new player right there. Once he gets on the lead lap for sure.
Hey, I need somebody to go after Bobby here.
Right? It looks like Justin Napier in the 56. He's in 5th, so he's our closest championship.
Yeah, and as I've been seeing through this race, I mean, anybody can take this win home here yet with a lot of laps, but the top 5 drivers have just been really on rails and showing some awesome speed here tonight.
Yeah, that top 5, they definitely have cemented themselves as top 5 cars. It's kind of weird because the top 5, they're a little step ahead of everybody else in the field, but then within those 5 cars, they've kind of just been shuffling through each other, and then you got Justin Napier where he's knocking on the door. He's so close to getting that car right. And maybe the track is starting to change into his favor, and he may have planned for that as well. So it's he's been sitting there somewhere between 4th and 7th all night, and it's going to be really interesting to see if he can come up here and challenge Bobby Hamilton Jr.
Yeah, he's done a great job. He's kept his nose clean. That's the #1 thing you really need to keep on your mindset in the championship race is be there at that final stage. Don't make mistakes that take you out of it. Just make sure you have a perfect race. And if you get beat, you get beat. You tried your hardest, so it's something you can hang your hat on. So the 56 definitely, as this race goes on, you never know. He might get that thing tuned up a little bit better, and Bobby Hamilton Jr. might have him a problem in his rearview mirror. So that 35 though, we can't forget JJ Garrett. Him and Bobby battled pretty hard there. So those guys get battling up here for the lead. You never know. 56 might take
It might sneak on by.
Yeah. Because we even got the pace car lights also. We're about to go to green.
Yeah, because we got the field starting to stack up 2 by 2 by 2. Coming out of 4, waiting for the pace car to leave that little skid mark as he goes into pit road. There it is right there.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, here we go. Bobby Hamilton Jr., great restart there. As, looks like the 88 may have spun the tires a little bit there, stacking up the rest of that row.
Yeah, on the inside, they got a little stack up, but that was one of the cleaner restarts we've seen all night with the wheel spin. I know there's a lot of wheel spin with these cars in this track, low grip racetracks. So, oh, and the 35 and the 6.
Oh,
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, it's going to take out a lot of cars. Oh no, and that's the 82 and another car I can't see. I gotta get a look on that, but we had a few more cars after that wreck.
And there's a Talladega wreck. That was the big one, ladies and gentlemen. And we actually don't even have to go back to the instant replay because I was on the 35 when it happened. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate deal for Bob Skinner. The 42 came down on him trying to avoid that bright pink car
really
going round and round in the middle of the track, and
had nowhere to go for Brandon, and just
wrong place, wrong time.
Room with that grass. Him and Bob Skinner just kind of met, and they unfortunately got collected in that. Looks like another car might have got collected in that, unfortunately too. It's looks like the one of Stephen Page. He got collected pretty hard in that, unfortunately for him. But yeah, it looks like there was some neck load between the 6 and the 95 on my replay, but that's on, or not 95, my bad, the 6 and the 35. But that was unfortunate. I was right in front of the field, and a lot of these guys did a good job to miss it, but it just sometimes you can't get away from it. So it's just unfortunate there for a few guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a look to see if it was netcode here. And yeah, that's about, I'd call it about 8 inches of netcode there. I measure netcode in inches.
For a few guys to get cars damaged because of that, but they got a fast fix, so some of these guys will use that fast fix and get her cleaned up. But we gotta, if I was them, maybe save a fast fix too, because you gotta get to the end of the stage here. So looks like Calvin Allison, the 28, he came back down pit road too after he had to start back getting that wave round, so he's back.
Looks like I have to wonder if JJ Garrett had to use a fast repair earlier, because it looks like he's had to take her behind the wall.
Yeah, JJ Garrett took it behind the wall, looks like, unfortunately for him. The one here sitting here too, he may have had to use a fast repair, and Steve Page here, or Stephen Page, he's sitting there with a modified right now, so I don't see anything getting fixed or any tires going on. So unfortunate for him, but.
And unfortunately here too, it looks like I have to say Bob Skinner needs to go to the dentist.
Again, his teeth always like to get messed up with those teeth on the front of that car. But even when I look back up here at second, Jamie Christensen, the 88, he's got some nose damage there from that wreck, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of damage. That splitter is way up there.
Damage. Yeah, that's gonna be a hindrance for him here if he can. Just get to the end of the stage here at lap 80. That's where I think he needs to focus on, and I think a few of these guys are going to do that with damaged cars. And,
you got him. He's got splitter damage. The 97 has a little bit of splitter damage,
but that 56 is very clean. Justin.
Oh yeah,
got his car clean. So
hardly.
Nope. And even Bobby Hamilton Jr. out here with the rear damage, he's done an amazing job with that rear end damage and not really mess up. And we got a lap car coming here. Oh yeah, and we got Tommy P. LeBarg in another wave around here, so he's about to be back on the lead lap.
Yep, looks.
And there's the race winner.
May have done it.
I don't know about anybody else, but I think that rear end damage to Bobby's car has given him about 10 more horsepower right there.
You never know. It might not. Maybe he don't want to fix it. Ever since he's got it, he's been out here.
We're taking that back to the R&D center.
R&D center, yeah.
Does he have one of those non-manufacturer supplied spoilers back there?
Yeah. He's gonna have a cucumbered finish.
Oh yeah, God love you guys.
Pace car.
The pace car
lights just went out.
All right, now Justin Napier put down the fastest lap so far for 30.5.
Well, that's good news for him.
Hey, he just did it on lap 52.
Oh, that's pretty recent.
I made the right adjustments then. Maybe,
Yeah, he's
if he adjusted on that last caution. Now he's gonna have a shootout here for him under this one.
yeah, but may have made the right adjustments, or maybe he was just waiting for all that rubber to build up, and he's set his car up for that. And that's definitely that's how I would do it. I don't care if I'm fast in the beginning of the race. I only care if I'm fast at the end, because that's where it counts. So
We'll have 8 laps to go at the line till the end of the stage. So
Yep. Be very a quick one here, but we'll have 8-lap dash here to into stage 2 here. So Bobby Hamilton Jr. leading the field. Looks like the pace car here is about to, like Ryan says, do his burnout and pull off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green is out here.
here we go.
Restart 56, got a little wheel spin, but did a great job of holding on to it. Everybody else, wonderful job
Oh, the
restarting.
28 is gonna drive it up the middle, 3 wide. Holy, clears both
Yeah,
of
what a
them.
pass. He
Wow.
did get fresh tires there on that last pit stop. He's a guy on new tires, so look for that yellow 28.
He must be
88, even with the splitter damage. It's challenging Bobby Hamilton there.
That 28. He must be using voice attack to engage some nitro or something.
Yeah, the 28 is coming up through here with these fresh ones, but Bobby Hamilton Jr. looking stout out front. But Justin Napier up the third too, so Justin Napier, that 56, just closer and closer to Bobby Hamilton Jr. Made a few more adjustments, he'll be that car knocking on his door. But got that 88, still there with that voice attack car, and he's got that splitter damage, but he is looking good still with that splitter damage. I will gotta commend that car right now for holding on with that damage.
Yeah, I mean, typically when we see splitter damage on these Cup cars here in iRacing, that's usually just, you know, just go ahead and throw that car.
Sorry to interrupt there, Brian. His splitter damage disappeared on my screen.
Disappeared.
He's got a clean nose on my screen, so we may be getting full virus and replays here, but the 88 is doing a wonderful job. It's
Oh yeah,
trying to do a four-man battle. That 56 inching closer and that 28, like you said, on them new tires. He's definitely all attack right now. As the 58 gets a little loose, the 56 is going to look on the inside down the front straightaway, and that 28
gonna try it.
run.
Nope.
He's going against the wall. Watch him. He's been there all night. That 28, I think, like Nick said, I think Sky's going to have to really move up there. And I think that 28's got it working up there. So he's going to have a big run. Yeah, he's going to come to the inside here of the 88. Oh, man. He's going to make the pass on Jamie Christensen here. And right in the second and clear him. It's Bobby Hamilton Jr. He's got a big old deal of having inside now behind him. He's got a new contender.
Yeah, and as all that's happening, the 56 started kind of falling back here. I wonder if that's on purpose, trying to keep it clean, or if he's just kind of struggling right now.
Yeah, he definitely could be saving something. Look at that outside line, getting that big run. He's going to look to the inside, but Bobby Hamilton Jr. packs it in there in the middle. That 28 is going to have a good run off here, too. Because they're about even. Yeah, I just look back here at 56, yeah, like I said, Brian, Justin Napier, he's starting to definitely fall off here a little bit, but it's got another stage caution about to come up here in 3 laps, so he can make adjustments, just hang in there. And here's another run coming through as well with Calvin Allison.
Yeah, that 28 car, yeah, he gets one heck of a run off it, too. I mean, definitely leaps and bounds above the rest of these cars out here.
Bobby a little bit wide, and yeah, that's going to lose Bobby Hamilton a good bit of momentum. He missed the groove right there, and
gonna give up the lead, gonna give up second place.
Back to 4th.
Yeah. He may be able to.
Looks like a superhero out there on them 4 fresh ones. I think he might have made the right decision, because he came up there pretty quick and easily. Man, we're having a lot of battle there for the 95 and 6.
95 is going to be looking to take advantage of that open door there that Bobby Hamilton Jr. had to leave open, and they fall all the way back to 5th here.
Yeah, Chris Worrell is in 6th, in the 6th, moves up to 4th there. So Bobby Hamilton Jr. is having a little trouble here with the 95 of Charles Widner. He's looking to take him out of the top 5. put himself. Well, actually, I'll be for 5th. My bad. But Justin Napier still can see that tied car, and that's our championship battle. So pretty interesting from there. Is the 88 even looks to maybe pull up on Calvin Allison, as Calvin Allison's running that high line and really making it work. But that 88 voice attack car right there, Jamie Christensen, is really doing a great job here in second. We saw
Yellow.
what he did when he got the lead, and there's a caution for this stage. So Calvin Allison is our stage winner for stage 2 at the Earl for the voice attack 200.
Yeah, I mean, that's now we know just how much of an advantage New Tires has. That was definitely a textbook example.
Yeah, for sure. Calvin did a great job of driving up through there and using them fresh ones pretty smartly.
Yeah, I tell you what, the high side here, if you have your car set up for it and you could run it consistently, it is crazy fast coming off the corner. I mean, you have so much momentum, and I mean, at the start of the race, I tried running it, and you know, I knew I could hold my own up there for a little bit, but it's just one of those things you have to be consistent at.
Yeah, definitely. I think if you set your car up to it up there, then you'll definitely you can definitely take advantage of it. To see a lot of these guys running middle to bottom, but we've seen this high line really be used to great fashion to get them great runs down the straightaway. So it looks like maybe I'm not sure who will get the. Is it Bob Skinner getting the lucky dog in the 82?
Let's take
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Bob Skinner is the lucky dog.
Yep, there we go. Yep. So Bob Skinner here is going to get the lucky dog and go back onto the lead lap here, and maybe he'll go down pit road and see a dentist too. So
yeah, get some braces put on them things.
they're a little crooked right now, unfortunately for him, but they can work on it. That's for sure. So that's always a good thing about pit road. Getting these stage cautions, you get time to work on it. And it's like Calvin Allison here out of his box, see if he can pull on to the lead.
Oh yeah,
Calvin
he's
Allison wins the race off pit road. You know, the 88
clearly first, and there's the Bobby Hamilton Jr. just inching out the 6th there.
Yeah, that was a close race for sure. And Bobby Hamilton Jr. moving back to 3rd there. So staying ahead of that 56 of Justin Napier.
Yeah, he told us he ain't looking to win this race, even though he's definitely led his fair share of laps. But he just wants to finish ahead of his championship competition, and that would be the 56. So as long as he can keep that black 56 in his mirror, he'll be happy.
Yeah, that's always the goal when you're racing for championships. So I'm sure Bobby Hamilton's got that in the back of his mind, and he'll be focused on that. And he still does have that rear end damage, so he decided to keep it, which I think is a good decision to save that fast repair just in case. You never know what can happen here.
Wait, did you just hear an engine blow?
I see smoke.
Oh wow!
That might be my pit crew trying to fix my car still. There's no hope for it, so I might have just blowed up.
I think it was. I think that it's your car sitting in your pit box.
Oh, she's done.
She went poof.
Yeah, it just launched a piston up into orbit, so.
Yeah, I think a race fan might have caught one.
Yeah, instead of, you know, that being Sunday, football games going on, and you make a touchdown, you give the football to a fan. Nick Hurd, when his race is done, he gives pistons to the fans.
Yeah, pistons for everyone. If I was Bobby, I wouldn't fix that right now. That thing's a rock.
Yeah, it hasn't. It's kind of hard to tell if it's helping him at all, but it's definitely not hurting him. So, if it doesn't hurt you, there's no reason to take the time to fix it.
I don't know about you guys up in the booth, but on that restart for the initial start of the race and those first couple of laps, I thought I was going to wreck there. That 6 car, he was making some moves right there, and I was like, holy Moses. were 3 wide on lap 5, and I think the leader he didn't get the good start he wanted, and man, so I can't imagine what the end of this race is going to be like.
Yeah, with these wheel spin too. I don't know if you experienced that. Did you experience that a little bit of wheel spin?
Oh yeah, that wheel spin is something dangerous. You got to really feather it coming to the line into that box. So that's the drivers. I told the drivers before the race about it. Be aware of it. So everybody's done pretty decent. Is that it hasn't caused
we've seen
havoc,
some good restarts. Yes, these guys are going to go back into that danger zone. This, like Nick said, wheel spin and see if they can get a good restart. Here's Calvin Allison at 28. Winner of last stage 2 is going to lead us to our final stage of the race. So this is where the money counts.
Yep, there's no guaranteed cautions now, so definitely got to keep the race car clean, keep it straight as we go to green.
And the 88, what a good restart by the 88. And the 6, like you said, there he goes. He makes it 3 wide on the outside as we 88. 28 may have touched a little bit, but it was close. Wow, the 6, what a good restart for him.
He's showing the 28, hey, you're not the only one I can get good runs off of too.
Yeah, he really did a good job there. Pulled up in the second, restart 4, so anytime you can do that, you check all the boxes. So because we got battles all over this racetrack. It's like I always say about Homestead-Miami Speedway here. We see cars from bottom to top, so what a great race to have a championship race here. Bobby Hilton Jr.
He gets a little loose.
What a save.
Saves it.
What a save. He collects it. Justin Napier, now he moves into that position.
He is the man now.
Yes, and Bobby Hilton Jr.'s got to have a recovery drive now, and I'm sure he's going to put his head down and focus on that because, man, just a little bit too loose on entry there, and he did a great job holding on to it, though. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was definitely a good piece of driving right there. It would have been interesting to see what his steering wheel was doing through that whole deal. It was probably some busy hands in there. Because of that, now the field's kind of fanned out.
Definitely, and it's 28 and 6. They've stayed nose to tail pretty much throughout this whole thing, and Chris Worrell and Calvin Allison, they're really putting it out here. And Jamie Christensen not far behind with the 97. I got Tanner Coster. So Justin Napier there, 56. Like we said, he moves that championship position. He is the man right now. So Bobby Hilton Jr., he's got to put his head forward and go get that 56 if he wants this championship now.
Yeah, because I was saying just before that green flag came out, there's no guaranteed cautions now. So Bobby Hamilton Jr., he's got to drive up there now. It may have been in his best interest to bring it, just not save the car, just lock her down sideways and have that caution come out. But as we got 3 wide
battle with Tommy Labarda on up the 10th. He's gonna pass on the bottom, move up for it as he's back on the
3
hard into the wall. Oh, he's locking it up, wrecking. On the inside there, the 3 holds onto it, no caution. He didn't. He didn't lose it. He bounced the wall a few times, but
yeah, he wanted to see like what it would be like to be a pinball there for a little bit, but he didn't like it and decided he wanted to go straight again.
Tommy Labarda, up to 8, like Nick said. He's moved up here now, and he's got back on the lap, and he's marching his way through the field. So
sweet guys going
at 99. Looks like Bobby Hilton Jr. and Bobby Skinner
battling for 9th, 10th, 9th.
We got the Bob and Bob show, and
the Bob and Bob show.
I'm interested to see Bobby get up there and what happens when he catches Justin, if he catches Justin, how that's going to pan out. I think that'll be a fun little
battle
race there. Yeah, a battle there.
Yeah, but as Bobby Hunter moves up to 9th now, and he's slowly marching his way back up through. He needs to be calm, and he's got a few more pit stops, definitely. So just focus on hitting them pit stops and making up time because we could go green like Brian's saying. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, it's. I was just gonna say he's 3.3 seconds behind Justin right now, crossing the line the last lap, and then this time by. Let's see here. He's making any ground. He is. He is now 3.1 seconds. So that lap right there gained 2/10. So he's definitely putting the foot down and fighting hard. And he's gonna have to if he wants to get back up there.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. As back up front, Calvin Allison. He's starting to inch away from the field as the 6 of Chris and the 88 Jamie Christensen battle have been pretty much nose to tail for second. And then the battle for 4th and 5th is pretty hot too with the 97 Tanner Coster and 95 of Charles Widner. So the 90s are battling right now and side-by-side action with them.
Yeah, they've been side-by-side since the beginning of the stage. Yeah, well, I wasn't much of a slide job. Maybe a little bit of sliding going on there, but...
Oh, 4 wide behind that though. Whoa! Because we had a huge melee coming off of turn 4 with Jason Spear and the 88 and Tommy P. Labar and Bobby Hamilton. As Bobby Hamilton Jr. got by all 3 of them, and well 2 of them there in one corner. So Bobby Hamilton Jr. there. So I got that 56 ahead of him now, so he can see him, and that's the only car there. So he sets his sights on him now.
Yep, gonna be, let's see, gotta do some math here.
If I know Bobby the way I do, he is driving the wheels off that car right.
Yeah, because the deal having to go 3 wide there, he did lose a little bit of ground, so he's 3.5, 3.5 seconds back.
Yeah, and now we'll really see, because he's got clear track, really what he has, for sure, so...
Yeah, clean air does wonders. Although it ought to be...
for second, too.
When Bobby Hamilton Jr., as he's getting that clean air and putting it behind him, it ought to be cleaner, since, you know, he's got Tide Pods, that machine.
Ooh, the 6 of Chris there in 3rd. He just got passed by Jamie Christensen. Now passed by Charles Widner in the 95. Wow. He got a little bit loose on the 2 and got passed by the 95, but as the 97 passed him, 88 passed him the lap before that. But Calvin Allison still pulling away out here out front with a 1.3 second lead up against the wall. So he's rim riding it right now.
The thing is, it's going to have to take a big change by somebody with their car and it be really good, or a big change in the track for somebody to take on this 28, because he drove that thing up through the pack about 3 times, and now he's up in the lead and he's driving away with the thing. So as of right now, he's the man to beat.
Yeah, for sure, but that lap by the 88 was a little bit quicker, and he's running the bottom, so it's a little bit different. So Jamie Christensen in that voice stack 88 is gonna look to maybe run a Calvin down here in the last part of this race.
Oh, we have Justin Napier moving up into the top 5.
Yeah, Justin is looking to put a car in between him and Bobby Hamilton Jr., and he just did it. So that is something he's got to focus on and really see last time by. Yeah, he's running similar lap times to Bob. Really, I mean, he was quicker than Bobby last time. So he's doing a great job right now, and he's got a pit stop to go for sure. So he needs to keep his focus and keep running consistent clean laps like he's doing.
That's correct. That's correct. All right. Well, we're almost getting down to the final here, race fans out there. So we're going to quick go to commercial so we can wet our whistles again, and we'll be right back.
outside contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even. Give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Alright, we're back here at the Earl, the Voice Attack 200 championship race here at Homestead, and we got, what, 28 laps left to go here, so we're getting ready to crown a championship here tonight at the Earl. So thank you everybody out there. We have somebody. Well, somebody's rooting for you out there on YouTube, Nick, but you're not out in the track. Somebody's rooting out for you out there, but yeah, real quick, I want to thank everybody out there that's viewing. Don't forget to check out the Earl at on Facebook, YouTube, races. You can find them on iRacing's League page. Look them up, check them out, see if there's something that you would like to join. Hopefully you do, because this is an awesome place to race. And don't forget to hit the share button, like button, and, you know, all that social media platform stuff. So with that said, I'm going to hand it over as the 6 is... Anybody see that 6 just spin trying to get down pit road?
I did not. I was actually looking at Bobby Hamilton Jr.
Yeah, he spun it there.
Yep, that'll cost him big time.
Well, they're all on the lap. They're 24 laps on their tires.
Well, as he spins again, hits the barrels, and he's on his. He's
on the side of it.
Luckily, he landed back on all fours.
Wow, and that car looks like it's
He's dirty dancing.
I don't know,
gymnastics or something.
Lap car there, Steve Murdoch. The leader had to. Ooh, the leader in the wall. Calvin Allison in the wall. Is Jamie Christensen has started to get a tint here and there, and oh no, what is the 95 there? Did he get a little loose, a little like off too? Yeah, the 95, Charles Widner, he almost lost it, but great job by him by holding on to that.
Yeah, these they're near the end of the run here, and so these cars are kind of evil right now. These tires they're hotter than a billy goat's butt in a pepper patch right now, so they're kind of screaming.
I'm sorry.
That's a good one. Sorry, Brian, we don't mean to interrupt you there, Sir Ken Johnson.
No, it's all good.
But you got everybody up there.
Lighten the mood of the...
Allison down pit road, he was on it there going through the corner.
Well, it looks like these, I don't mean to jump in on these guys here, but I'm assuming these guys can't make it there because everybody's pitting now, so...
No, they won't be able to make it.
Wasn't even close.
So we'll see another pit stop after this, so...
Yeah, I see Bobby already pitted. He just came out, so these leaders should be pitting it.
Yeah, Calvin was in that time. Looks like Justin Napier, he's coming in this time, so see how much time Bobby gained on Justin here with them new tires, because new tires are huge, and these pit roads are very tricky. It might look like it's just an access road, but you have to get as much time as you can going down those roads, and you can make an easy mistake and go right into the grass. So
yeah, well, even
fun place.
Even if you weren't trying to get all the time you could on those access roads, I mean, these pitting, green flag pitting here at Homestead is it is so difficult.
Definitely.
Looks like Bobby Hamilton.
The 88 and the 95 both in too. So Charles Widner and Jamie Christensen pulling in after Calvin had pulled in the lap before. So you see where Calvin comes out, and Calvin's gonna have a big lead as he goes by. As those guys are just getting on the access road. That's 1 to 2. That's 2 laps right there, pretty much.
Justin is coming out.
And Bobby has yet to fix his damage.
Yeah.
Back up on the track. Pull up.
It's like
Front of Bob Skinner.
Side by side.
Let him go by. And then you got Bobby Hamilton Jr. who's closed up that lead a little bit.
Now Justin's got the fresher rubber, so can Justin use that, and this race goes green. Justin, I think, sitting in a really good position here. He's just got to keep it clean and do what he's doing and not over-adjust. Don't think I got the lead, I need to get it. Oh, is the 3 there? Oh, the 3 loses it. 3's into the inside wall. He's coming back up the racetrack on the back straightaway. I don't know if that's going to bring out the caution there.
No, but I think he's good.
He's got it on the access road, yep. He's got it on the access road, so he's all clear.
Be polluting the air a little bit, but that's okay.
Yeah, Tommy D'Angelo there in the 3, unfortunately. He's taking a hard hit.
That's a second time his engine smoked tonight, I think.
Yeah, as you look here, Calvin Allison in this 28, a 6.5 second lead. That shows you what those new tires getting out early, getting a good entry and good exit out. He really put a huge gap on these guys. So for now, Calvin is way out front. So, but we definitely got battles for second and third, and really the top 4 are all on top of each other.
Yeah, second, third, and fourth are on top of each other, comparatively speaking, to the rest of the field. That green flag pit stops, all of those have kind of fanned us out. As behind these guys, we got Bob Skinner. At one point, he was a lap down. Now he's running in 5th. Good bounce back for him.
Yeah, Bob Skinner. He was in that wreck. He went to the dentist, got his teeth cleaned, and he's running 5th and running good lap times. And then we got Justin Napier in the 56 there. He's our championship leader right now with the man he's got to beat directly behind him a few seconds back, and it's a mano a mano now. It's them versus each other. This race is it's got 2 races going on.
Yeah, well, Justin's doing really good. Last time by, he ran a lap time of 31.025, and Bobby Hamilton Jr. ran a 31.349. So he's much quicker. He was much quicker that lap. This time by, Bobby Hamilton Jr. ran a 31.244 to Justin's 31.236, so still quicker by about 100. So he's he can keep doing what he's doing. He's good.
I tell you what, this battle for second is something to watch too. These 3 keep going back and forth.
Yeah, these guys are going back and forth. This Charles Widner, it looks like he's finally going to maybe clear Jamie. But Jamie and Charles have been side by side with Tanner right there in the 97, right with them. And here's Jamie fighting back on the inside again. It looks like 95's going to clear that around the outside of Charles Widner, our pole setter. So he moves it back up in the second, showing a strong car all night. And, there he goes. He cleared him pretty well and got a good exit. But I think Jamie, in that 88, he showed all night that he's had a really good car. And he was closing in on our leader there for a little bit at one point. That last run, so he has a good car, and he's gonna go right back to the inside. Like you said, Nick, this is an amazing battle right here. These guys have been going at it.
Yeah, one thing we hadn't really talked about much, and what we don't talk about much at these 1.5 mile tracks is the draft. I think with that 88 getting the draft going into 1 and 2, the 2 corners that he's better at than the 95, I think that really helped him to get around to defend his position and get back up to second place.
Yeah, as you can see, that 88 moved right back to second, taking it from Charles there. Jamie's was fighting back there. Looks like Tanner Coster in the 97 is starting to drift off just a little bit now, but he's still right there within distance. If these guys get the racing, he can be right back up there. So, but I don't think the second place battle's over. I think we'll see this, but we got a battle here for 5th now too. Justin Napier, he's on the inside of Bob Skinner. He's got a few laps fresher tires, and he slowly works into his run and done the methodical thing, and he's pulled from Bobby Hamilton Jr. He's put time in between them. As I even think Bobby Hamilton Jr. might have had an issue. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Yellow flag is out.
It looks like he ran the back of Tommy there on the entry, and they both just. Oh man!
Wow, and we have the 5, we have the 83, the 99. We just caught it right on instant replay, but let's see if we can go in the cockpit and Let's go back with Bobby, FreekyFast instant replay here, and see if we can catch exactly what happened here as he's coming down the front stretch to go across the start-finish line. He got off the gas and going into turn 1, and right into the 99, and then up into the wall, still clear, and then he just lost it.
Yeah, I think he was expecting the 99 car to go up high, and the 99 car just never did, and just got into the back of him.
Yeah, it was a hard hit for both of them there. As coming here, we're going to have everybody pit now for new tires, of course, so we're going to have a good little run here to the end of this race, and I think Bobby Hamilton Jr. is a good thing he saved that fast repair.
Yeah, he definitely needed it, and that's why you save fast repairs. Save it until the last possible second you can.
Napier stayed out.
What?
Ooh, I don't know about that.
That was all right. Okay, I need somebody to run down the pit road and find out what that call was.
Yeah. Well, he may have been not using voice attack to get his pit road settings right, and he was pushing all those buttons and may have missed pit road. So.
Yeah. There you go.
It's possible.
Yep.
I know he can make it on fuel now, definitely, but that's still,
tires are too important.
He's not putting himself. He was in a. I just think he put himself in a situation that's a little bit harder than he had. Bobby Hamilton Jr. was going to have to start near the rear of the field because he was one of the last cars to come down. If he'd have got 4, yeah, it would have been close. But this is going to be tough for Justin here. I think he's going to have to live with this decision. This is a decision as a championship making decision, and yeah, it's going to be interesting how it plays out for him here. I don't think he's going to be able to hold to lead for very many laps. He pitted on lap. Let's see what lap he pitted.
He's 12 laps on his tires.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I mean, he ain't looking to win the race. He's just looking to finish ahead of Bobby Hamilton Jr. And I guess he's
if he
banking on
caution, it'll be all right. But
You think he knows that Bobby's got a fast repair and that he's fully repaired now? Or I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
That's the only thing interesting. Yeah,
Interesting call, gentlemen. Interesting call.
Yeah,
well,
definitely.
we're going to have to see how this game shakes out and plays because, if he doesn't win the championship, I'd be getting out of my car and firing my pit crew.
Yeah, whoever made that call.
Yeah. But you never know. He might come out here and win this race just because.
Well, like these guys said, he's not racing the field. He's racing Bobby, and that's it. That's all that matters.
I was looking at lap times here. He didn't really fall too much. Like, he started off at a 31 flat. His last lap before that caution was a 31.3. So he only had 0.3 to fall off. But it starts to really fall off there near the end. I mean, this cycle may help him here.
Where's Bobby at in the lineup here?
Bobby
He's 12.
Hamilton's going to start near the very back up there on the high side.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of cars to pass, but just looking at
tires,
well, we're going to have 10 to go, too. So all he has to do is stay in front of Bobby for 10 laps.
10 laps, yeah, that's right. That's very right, Robert. This is gonna be a storybook in here, guys. This is gonna be one for the tails.
That's right.
These guys are.
And
it's very interesting to see how good a restart Justin can get on them old tires too. That's another thing I'm worried about.
Well, all the race fans out there watching this is getting excited for this. Wait till 2019. It's gonna be interesting.
Definitely. And the voice attack 200 here will come to 10 to go. Justin Napier, our championship contender on old tires. If he can hold on, he can take the championship, guys. Let's see what happens.
I don't like this restart. I really don't. He's got to be really careful.
Tighten your buckles down. We're gonna get ready to go boogity 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 as the pace car goes in. Woohoo!
Green's out. Green flag.
And green's out. And
Easy does it. Easy does it.
Oh, and the 97. Oh, and it's no yellow.
Staying green. Oh, and look. already the 56.
That was the 6
Yellow, yellow,
yellow. And a caution will come out.
And now, what do you do?
You've made your bed now.
Well, yeah, you made your bed, Brian. You're right.
I think you got to stay out, and
You gotta
he's
hope.
got to do another restart.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Of all the people to spin the tires on the restart, I did not think it would be one of the guys with new tires.
Yeah, that was interesting. They were trying to get a little too much maybe there with the new tires, but the 28 of Calvin Allison there, he took the lead.
Well,
congrats to Calvin, but we have a compelling battle going on
we
here.
also know it's going to be 9 to go. So what, we're looking at 7, maybe 6 to go when we get back to green. And we all know iRacing doesn't have a
I'd say
green white.
less.
Well, even if a yellow comes out again like that, that's
Another yellow, that's the end of the race.
right, it's the end of the race. So he's not racing 10 to go. He's racing 5 to go or 4 to go. So if a yellow would come out, I mean,
It's like, no, he's going to stay out.
I
And
mean,
he's only got 2 cars in between him and Bobby Hamilton Jr. now.
right. So I'd be paying the 83 to hit his brakes.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting, guys. Is because of a few guys pitting here, we're not going to get looks like not like a quickie yellow, and we have a lucky dog also, so not going to get a quickie yellow. So this will be more of an extended yellow, so it may only be
It'd be 4.
a 6 to 5 lap battle here. Maybe 5. It's going to be interesting here. The 56 is going to have to get everything he can get out of it, because I know Bobby Hamilton Jr. is going to, because he was on that restart. He made up a few positions and was right close to that wreck and almost got caught up in it, but he stayed clean. And man, this is gonna be a real good battle, and we got a battle for the win too, also. So we got multiple things going on here.
I think if that caution didn't come out and it would have stayed green, with all those cars in between Justin and Bobby Hamilton Jr., I think it would have been close, but I think Justin may have been okay. But now with only 2 cars right there, odds aren't good. Odds aren't good for the 56.
Yeah, it's he's sitting in a tough position right now, but it's tough to win championships, and that's what he's going to have to focus on right now. And the base car lights are still on, so we still have another lap to go around.
I wonder if he's sweating, because I know I would be.
I'd be very nervous.
Real quick, fellas, before we get going here and before this race ends, I wanted to give a shout out to you guys for doing a good job all season long. Shout out to the fans who follow us, and a shout out to all the drivers who show up every week and help build up this league with 20 cars that showed up and raced. I really appreciate it, and I know Bobby does too. So I don't know what kind of mood he'll be in after the race, whether he wins or not, but like I said, I appreciate you guys doing this every week. We love it.
Well, we're happy to do it for you, and we're glad you love it, and we got more fun stuff to come into the near future for you guys. So,
yeah, man, y'all enjoy the rest of this. I'm gonna go admin, make sure nobody loses their
mind.
Nobody pays somebody else to do something fishy.
Gotta watch all the rules in here, you know. Thanks, Nick. Though we appreciate it, man. We really do.
Yeah, I'll see y'all in a bit.
All right, thank you, Nick. And here at the Voice Tag 200, we got Calvin Allison leading with Jamie Christensen in second, Charles Widner in the 95 in third, Bob Skinner in fourth, Justin Napier fifth, our championship contender, with our other championship contender left in the race so far, Bobby Hamilton Jr. eighth. So 2 cars to settle this race, as we're going to have a 5-lap battle. Like I said, it's going to be a 5-lap green battle. If the caution comes out right here, it's over. That's another thing that could play a factor here, guys. No green white checkers here in iRacing. It's get all you can right here on this restart. And Bobby Hamilton Jr. can see that 56 now. It's
the only thing.
I hope the outside line doesn't have any problems.
Yeah, the only thing is that the high side on the restart tends to be a bit more slippery. So it's good that Justin's on the inside and Bobby Hamilton Jr. is on the outside from Justin's perspective. But I mean, those old tires just that kind of throws everything out the window. But we're about to find out.
As we come to 5 laps to go here, the Voice Attack 200 here at the Earl Championship finale. Pace cars in.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green is out. The 88 gets a good restart. 28, good restart. 28 has the best. Oh, the 95 is the 56 got a good restart. Here's Bobby Hamilton Jr. already looking.
It's gonna look on the outside, and that
Bobby
was
Hamilton
too
Jr.,
easy.
He makes the pass. Bobby Hamilton Jr. There it is. Justin Napier's gonna, I think, really be kicking himself for that tire decision as he falls back through the pack. As we might have still battle here for this win. Coming to 4 to go. That 82 in there deep. Bob Skinner
man,
looking on that 95. He was trying, and Bobby Hamilton Jr. We got the Bob and Bob show again here for 4th and 5th. But Calvin Allison looks to take this win. As man, look at Jamie Christensen on that bottom work though. That 88 is looking to come on his inside. It is getting close.
Yeah, this is it's a crazy battle for the lead right now.
Well, and there's that 95 with Charles Widner. He's looking to stick his nose in. It's Bobby Hamilton Jr. and Bob Skinner battle for 4th and 5th. We got battles all over the place, but we're coming to 3 to go here, guys. 3 to go. Anything can happen. One of these championship guys wreck. That's still an option. It's still
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, that 6 car came really close to the quarter panel of the 25 going into 1.
I think he might question letting him go. How far the 56 has already fell back with them older tires, but Jamie Christensen, he's staring at the back of that yellow 28, and he wants to make that pass. As the 6 gets by Bobby Hamilton Jr. back there, like I said, I think it was smart to let him go. But we're coming to 2 to go that time, guys. So can anybody pull anything on Calvin Allison? Is we got pretty much 3 cars that have a chance, and then Bob Skinner a little bit farther back, but looking good for him. Is we got a car on the back straightaway, almost losing it. Held on to it, and that 88 driving deep in the 3, but that 28 with the good run off. Wow, 28 really powered off the corner there, guys, as he's going to take the white flag and look to seal this win. 88 attacks the bottom once more as the 6 and 82 are battling for 3rd and 4th, or 4th and 5th. But our lead battle, it got close, but that 28 just...
It was the 6, hits the wall, it goes into the grass.
Bobby Hamilton Jr. did a great job of staying out of that as we have a dive from the bottom and coming to the checker. It looks like Calvin Allison is going to hold on and win the Voice Attack 200 here at the Earl. And Bobby Hamilton Jr. will be your champion. He's your Cup Series champion. Bobby Hamilton Jr. wins it all, guys. Wow.
Yeah. From Justin's perspective, you know, Goodyear tires are really good tires, but they're not that good. So if he could,
Justin's already out of here. He's behind the wall.
If he could reach, he would kick himself in the butt. But
yeah, I think he's wishing he took that chance to take 4 there. Man, unfortunate for him. Maybe he thought a few more guys would stay out, but everybody decided this. But congrats again to Calvin Allison and the 28 and the Halvaline machine taking that victory right here. The Voice Attack 200 at Homestead. He did a great job all night, made that high side his own, and pretty much dominated once he got out front. And we also have a huge congratulations for Bobby Hamilton Jr. in that 25. Never giving up, and coming through the field there to get by Justin Napier to win that championship.
I know he was sweating for this whole race, so at least he can take his Tide Pods and go wash his clothes.
Yeah, you gotta wash that driver suit off.
Right. I mean, all sweaty up now. I'm sure. I am sure. All right. Well, wow. Well, good call in tonight's race there, guys. That was fun listening to you guys. I was actually having my enjoyment. So with that being said, we will do our stuff here. We'll bring up the unofficial results, which I'm sure is official anyways. But I'm not sure if we can get. I know we can get Bobby Hamilton in here for an interview.
I believe we have everybody.
Yeah, I think Calvin's here.
All right.
Calvin is here. Charles is here.
All right. He's guys want to grab him and bring him down?
Yeah. You got the capability, Brian?
Yeah.
I sure do. I can get that all set up for us.
Yeah, you both do so.
Oh, I do. Okay, my bad. I didn't notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well pull him down to the waiting room here. Let's see. Max was.
Well, as them guys are pulling everybody down in the waiting room, I want to give a big shout out to everybody who has tuned in tonight. We had a great viewership out there on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. We here at FreekyFast Broadcast appreciate it. From Zach Hall and Sodacan Johnson. Hopefully everybody out there enjoyed the show. Don't forget to look up Earl or the eSports Auto Racing League. I'll eventually get that right. Make sure you check them out on iRacing League's page, or look them up on Facebook and see what they're going to be having coming in the 2019 season. And also, our next stream will be next Saturday night at Racing Freak Sim Racing League as they do their final at Homestead-Miami in their Cup Series. So they got top 6 drivers that are going to be battling for their championship. But with that being said, we will go to our interviews. So.
Charles in here. Yeah, we got our third place finisher tonight first. Charles Widner. Hey, Charles, this is Zach in the booth. You got a copy, man?
I got you.
Hey, man, you started on the pole tonight. You were up front pretty much all night, looking good in your 95 machine. You bring it home third. What was your thoughts about tonight's race, man?
Yeah, I'm glad we got a green flag pit stop in there. It was a really fun race. Had a great setup. Could go to the front. And I just wish there was a few more longer green flags, but it was.
Yeah, you definitely look good on the long runs tonight in that 95. So you're saying your set was pretty good. What are you finding a little bit more tight tonight, or a little bit loose, or really just both?
It was loose off all day. I wanted to kind of push at the apex, but once you got past that, you could get in the gas and it'll just come on around the corner.
Yeah, I think that's what we saw a lot tonight. Guys really pushing there in the center, but getting a little loose off. But you did it well tonight, Charles. You sat on the pole and led some lap, or I'm not sure if you led any laps. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I got a few in there.
Did you? Okay, awesome. So you led some laps tonight, and you brought home third. Anybody you want to thank for your finish, man, or give a shout out to?
I'd like to thank a few of my buddies that's in the race with me, Jamie, Calvin, and JJ Garrett, and Stephen Page. We all kind of came over together into this league. And I thank Jamie for the paint scheme, and I thank you guys for broadcasting, and everybody here at the ERL for putting all this on.
Well, thank you, Charles. You have a good night, man. Go celebrate your third place finish, bud.
Thank you.
All right, that was Charles Widner, third place finisher tonight. Doing a good job all night, and he kept it up front.
All right. So, all right. Well, we're going to grab Jamie here and the 88 car. Do we have him?
Yes, we sure do.
All right. Well, we'll let Brian run down there to pit road and have an interview with him, as I'm going to go down here to Victory Lane then here and find Calvin.
Hey, Jamie, is Brian in the booth? You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, I'll tell you what, from the very first lap, you showed that your car was definitely a top 3 car. You came around the outside and got the lead early, and ever since then you stuck up right there, like I said, in the top 3. Just to kind of describe how the race was for you overall and how the car felt out there.
It was good for the Voice Attack Chevy ZL1. It was real good. I will say that we had a different setup for it, and I didn't save it, so I was running just a little bit looser than I wanted to. Yeah, a little bit looser than I wanted to, but it worked out pretty decent. And yeah, I just tried to stay up front and get the nose clean. I actually did get a little damage on the nose there at the very beginning, got that taken care of, and was back out there. But yeah, it was you know, it's real good racing with these guys, with Bobby and Nick and everybody, and a lot of respect out there out on the track. So it was real good to see. Just couldn't get him in there at the end. Kelvin, I've raced with him a lot. He's fast, and he had something on that high line that I just couldn't deal with. He blew by me in two one time, and he must have been going at least 10 miles an hour faster out of two. But yeah, good race for Voice Tech. Glad to see him on board here for this series and next year too. So
Yeah, that's awesome. You're a good race car driver, but we just had Charles up in here, and he said you're a pretty good painter as well. You made that paint scheme for him.
yeah, sure did. Definitely do some paint schemes for. Had a team previously, and usually just the guys I race with, if they ask me, I like to paint just kind of for fun, and they're on TeamSpeak there, and yeah, got his, and I painted Jason Garrett's, who was in here earlier. Unfortunately, he got taken out, but you know, it was yeah, something like I like to do in my part time.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to, give some thanks to?
Yeah, big, huge shout out to Voice Tech. Like I said before, running the paint scheme for the final race here at Homestead, and we'll be racing it all next year. Real happy to have them on for the Pole Award going into 2019. If you haven't checked them out, check out voicetech.com. Like to check out or give a shout out to Stephen Page, Kelvin, and Jason Garrett, and Charlie Widener. Really enjoy racing with those guys. So.
Well, awesome. Well, I'm going to let you go and celebrate your second place finish.
I appreciate it. Oh, and thanks for putting on the broadcast, man. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah, no problem. It's a pleasure for us. So, well, you have a good night.
Yep, thanks.
All right, that was our second place there. Glad to hear Voice Attack's going to jump on board here and everything, but take a guess who I found down here in Victory Lane. I found good old Bobby Hamilton Jr., the champion of the Earl here in the Cup Series, and we're going to have a quick chat with him. Bobby Hamilton Jr., Robert and Booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, man.
Pop the champagne. Congratulations, man. You won the championship. We can go through a lot about talking, but we'll start from the beginning of the race, and how was it for you? I mean, you got a little bit of damage there in the back, so how did everything work out for you?
You know, actually, the damage didn't really have an effect on the car. I kept putting rear brake in the car, and I literally about cost the race for myself and spun out in front of everybody. Went into one and hit the brake, and it went sideways, and I fell all the way to the back. And be perfectly honest with you, I had no idea why the 56 stayed out. When he stayed out, I was like, okay, if I could see him, I can get him. And as soon as we had that caution and he stayed out, and I was like, he's done unless we all wreck. I mean, and on that restart, I seen him spin tires, and I just knew. And I love the kid. Me and his dad are best friends, and I try to teach him everything I can. And I tell him all the time, the one thing to take you out of these races are beating yourself, you know. And hopefully he'll learn from that today. And anytime you go to these tracks and tires are important, got to take tires, especially when you're only racing 2 or 3 guys. So it just happened to work out.
Yeah. We were amazed down here that he did not go in there and take tires, and we were like, wow, we were shocked. So I know if I was him, I'd be getting out firing my pit crew. But overall, I mean, you had a great season, man. You bring it home. You win the championship. You won the championship in the K&N cars too. So you're on a roll. So what's your future looking like in 2019 there for you?
Well, we're trying to build a team and get ready for 2019 with the setup stuff that we've got. We've got to be better. For instance, with like Calvin, he was extremely fast, and Jamie was super fast, and Charles' 95 car was fast. And of course, and what's amazing is I love Bob Skinner. You can't shake that guy. No matter what you do, he is there. He is there every week. He's there I mean, it's like you never see him until it's time for the pay window to open up, and he was there. So we still got a lot of work to do, and we were pretty good at the beginning of the race. And I was afraid to get too far out and to keep adjusting and adjust myself out to where I couldn't outrun the 56 or the 17. So I just kind of picked an area I knew where the car drove good, and I knew where I could turn under people and outbrake people and so forth. And I was like, I just got to make this work. So basically being conservative, led some laps. I think we won a stage or two. So it's definitely been a definitely good race. We can't complain about the race. Outcome was awesome, but definitely a good season. But we definitely got a lot of work to do to make the setups better and to compete with some of these fast guys.
Well, I'm sure your team's going to take this momentum and, roll into the 2019 season. You guys are going to come out strong Daytona Speed Week and, at the Daytona race. But as for a FreekyFast broadcast here, we would like to say congratulations again to your championship. Hard-earned, great run. It was awesome watching you guys do this, and we can't wait to the future to see what you guys come up with and what we're going to have planned for you guys. So other than that, I can let you do your quick shout-out there if you'd like to, and then we will let you go celebrate with your team.
Yeah, we just thank everybody for showing up this week. I mean, it was a good group of guys. Everybody was courteous, and even the lap cars, they seen the field coming of the championship guys. They really cut us a break. There were several that didn't have to but did. And you guys, every week y'all keep getting better, coming up with new ideas. I know me and you are on the phone a lot with this stuff with broadcasting, and this thing is slowly building into some super competitive cars and some incredible drivers. And you got people like Brendan Puffenbarger. Those guys, they put their heart and soul in this stuff constantly on the admin chat. Nick Hurd, constantly in the admin chat, making trying to make this thing better. And it's just the whole team thing with you guys, with all the drivers here and the Earl and myself and everybody. It's just it seems like every time we watch these broadcasts from you guys and the show that these guys put on, I mean, it's a really good deal. A lot of people hit me up on Facebook and like, man, that's a crazy race. Y'all drive y'all's butts off in them things. So, the word's getting out, which is really cool. This is the biggest field we've had, and it keeps getting bigger. A ton more people are trying to join the league. So looking forward to it. And once again, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be half of where we are now. So tip my hat to you guys and definitely all the drivers all through the year that stuck and hung out. And, my heart goes out to, like I said, to Justin, Nick. I know he was super fast all week long, and I know he had some bad luck. But, at the same time, my heart goes out to him. At the same time, I got to take it back because we won that championship pretty bad, and we got it. So, but we'll see him at Daytona.
All right. Well, yeah, before you know it, Daytona will be here. So with that being said, I will let you go celebrate, Bob, and congratulations on your championship again and your whole team, and we will catch you in the 2019 season.
10-4, man. Thank you, guys.
All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Bob Skinner, your Voice Attack 200 championship.
Bobby Hamilton.
Yeah, that's what I said. What did I say, Bobby?
It says Skinner. Wrong Bobby.
Oh, there's so many. There's so many Bobbies. No more Bobbies allowed in the league. We got so many Bobbies. I get confused what Bobby I'm talking about. Heck, I'm surprised I didn't even say my name. Well, thank you for correcting that. But yeah, Bobby Hamilton Jr. there winning the championship. So I'll let you guys have the floor here real quick. What do you guys feel about how the race went? And then we'll go on from there, man.
We got to get one more interview, Robert. You forgot about the winter race.
I did interview. Oh.
No, Calvin.
I got to do Calvin. Who wants to do Calvin?
I'll do Calvin.
All right. Slide Calvin up here.
Hey, Calvin, this is Zach in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Well, you started 14th tonight, and we couldn't keep our eyes off that yellow 28 because, man, you had that thing up against the wall there a few times and really keeping a lot of speed up there. How did your race go tonight, man?
I honestly just tried to stay out of everybody's way since I was the new guy. But for whatever reason, the Kansas set that I modified earlier today, it really worked good up top, and I was able to get some really good runs off of two, and that's how I've made most of my passes all night.
Yeah, we noticed that. Like I noticed it from the driver of the green flag. I watched in that yellow machine go right up to the wall and make a lot of passes out of two and getting a huge run with that extra speed. But Did you really adjust on it tonight? Did you make any slight adjustments during the race, or just stuck with what you had and kind of ran with it?
I went up on the tape on one of the short runs. I think it was during stage 2, and then it got hot in a hurry because I wasn't paying attention to the weather settings in the room, and I had to turn my tape all the way back down to, I think it was 37 or 36, somewheres in there. But that's all I messed with this race. I had pretty good tire wear, except at that long green flag run, because Jamie was catching me slow and steady. But after them green flag pit stops, I don't know how I gapped him by 6 seconds. But then those couple of cautions, I had to hold off him again. But other than that, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, definitely. And on that was a pretty wild ride there on pit road. You were definitely got everything out of it. I noticed you were here and there a little sideways and carrying as much speed as possible. So I don't know if that's where you gained a good bit of time, but you definitely gained there a lot of time on those pit stops. But good race tonight, Calvin, man. You kept it up front, and like you said, you didn't want to be that new guy that runs everybody hard, and you raced everybody respectfully, and you came out with the win, man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we let you go tonight on your victory?
Just thanks to y'all for broadcasting, and thanks to the league for accepting my request. I'm looking forward to what next year holds.
For sure, Calvin. Well, you have a nice night, man, and go celebrate your victory.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that was your victory there, Calvin, that I apparently forgot. So when he goes back and watches the stream, I apologize. I was so focused on the championship there. So now I'll go to what do you guys have final thoughts of this race and tonight that you've seen?
Well,
you go ahead, Brian. No, you go.
Okay. Well, it was just very much typical Homestead. You got some guys that make it work well on the bottom. You got guys that make it work well on the top. And if you can make it work well on the top, then you can win the race just as Calvin did with those huge runs coming off of 2. That was awesome. But and just from the championship battle perspective, that it was definitely interesting, very entertaining all night long, kept you on the edge of your seat because, it looked like Bobby Hamilton Jr. had it in the bag. His car was really good up front, and then apparently put too much rear brake into it and then spun the thing around, and then it looked like he was out of it, and Justin had it in the bag, and then Justin didn't pit for tires, and then Bobby Hamilton Jr. got back around him, so it was awesome. Awesome race and an awesome championship battle, and it's definitely going to be really interesting next season as we get earlier in the season when we kind of first started doing this league. There wasn't really a whole lot of people, and then just like it was almost instant. The amount of drivers that came in is unreal, so it's going to be really cool to have about 20 guys every week in this league for a full season.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I want to elaborate on Brian. Definitely, it's like he said. I mean, that was an amazing race. Never knew the outcome there. Calvin did a great job in winning the race for his first race tonight in the 28. You see him using different lines with other guys. The Jeremy Christensen, the 88, using the bottom with him also with Charles Widener. I was saying it wrong earlier, so sorry about that, Charles. Just lots of racing all over the racetrack. Bobby Hamilton Jr. having a mishap after looking like he was pretty clearly a little bit faster than Justin all night, but then having that mistake, and then really Justin running great laps and holding them off and really looking good, and just unfortunately making maybe a mistake not to take tires, which everybody can look in hindsight, but he'll go on and he'll just take this one and look at it, and he'll be back, though. That's something everybody learns from. He shouldn't look at it too bad. He raced great all night, kept his nose clean, never made a mistake, maybe just a bad pit call. Just one of them things that you like Brian said earlier, you dig your bed. Once you're in your bed, you're pretty much there. So, he had everything, but Bobby Hamilton Jr. coming out with the championship here, that's awesome too. So congrats to him. He fought back. Just another amazing race here at the Earl. And thanks to Voice Attack for sponsoring the race also too. They have a great product everybody should go check out, and yeah, just an awesome night.
All right. Well, we'll go to Soda Can Johnson here, and do you want to run through the unofficial results real quick?
Yeah, we'll run through the unofficial results, which are pretty much official, for this last race of the season here. So, first place, your winner will be Calvin Allison in the 28 car. Coming up in second place, we got Jamie Christensen in the 88, Charles Widener. I also apologize for pronouncing your name wrong. Came up in third place, Bob Skinner, the rock star. Came in fourth place, Bobby Hamilton Jr., our championship. Coming up in fifth, Brandon Puffenbarger finished her up in sixth place. Mark Truxell started 19th and finished seventh. Awesome night for him. Kyle Frame finished eighth. Tanner Koster we've got in the ninth place. Thomas McCullen wraps up your top 10. Justin Napier with that questionable pit call at the end finishes 11th. Jason Spear 12th. Chris Worrell will be 13th. Steve Murdoch 14th. Tom P. Labar, who they were giving laps to all night long because he came in a little bit late, fought his way back up to 15th. Tom D'Angelo was 16th. Stephen Page finished 17th. J.J. Garrett had a little issue, had to end the race early from a wreck, finished 18th. Charlton Sanders, 19th. Nick Hurd, unfortunate night for him, still come up in 20th place. And then Dennis Nickel, 21st place. Dan LaFoe, 22nd. And Sean G. Peter, I'm butchering that one. But he wraps out your field in 23rd.
All right. Well, that was your unofficial results here at the Earl, the Voice Attack 200 Championship race. So with that being said, like I say to everybody out there, and we all say it here, everybody be safe through the week. God bless everybody. We love you all, and peace out.